have the original handbag honey on my set. Charlene, I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you for having me, Deborah.
It's always a great time when I can hang out with you.
Yeah, we always have a good time.
We always
have a good time.
And your energy is so good. I met you 10 years ago.
Gosh,
we were
at least
at a fashion show.
least.
And
Yep.
you do so many things for the community. You're just a pillar of the community, actually. And that's why I'm always drawn to you, because you want to give back.
I do. I have certain organizations that are, my heart.
Right.
And of course, Florence Crittenden is one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But I I love to do it. I just love to do it. I feel like to whom much is given, much is expected.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that, sister.
Yeah.
But I love too that you're an entrepreneur. You're always creating new things and doing just something totally out of the box and so different. You're professional. You have an amazing career, but you're probably the most gifted shopper that I know.
Okay.
You have closets full
it.
of design. You are the design queen. So the fact that you wanted to do a business that is related to design was no shock to me. And it's called the
Handbag Honey.
So how did it come about? Like, how did you think of that?
So I love to shop pre-loved items, right? Especially handbags. Handbags are like just a love of mine.
Your passion.
I know, it is my passion. It really is my passion. Mm-hmm. And I would go to places here in Charlotte, but there wouldn't be a big selection. We have the consignment stores, but there's really not anywhere that you've got a huge selection to choose from. And so I would be, I just do like the Real and all of those places online. Mm-hmm. And once my boys grew up and got out of the house and went to college and everything, I wanted something else to do.
Right.
And some of my friends convinced me to start the Handbag Honey, and here I am.
Because you are a professional shopper.
Yes.
Exactly. Who better to do this than the original Handbag Honey yourself?
Exactly.
So it's consignment, but it's not consignment in a consignment store. It's what you do online, and you have parties.
Yes.
And the big question is, most people want to know, is it authentic or not?
Yes.
So how do we know?
So everything is 100% authentic. I'm not going to sell any fake stuff.
No fake for my girl.
No fake stuff. I don't do that. But I use a
authenticator.
Yeah,
pull that out, Charlene.
I use a company called Entropy, and Entropy is the industry leading standard for handbag authentication, and it's computer technology, and you scan everything in, you take tons of pictures of the bags, and they let you know if it's authentic or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I love it because, of course, you had the event of the century announcing your new entrepreneurship and the Handbag Honey. But also, you have such a selection. Gucci, Chanel, Tom Ford. It's a little array of everything. And oftentimes, I think some of the consignment shops price the bags at the same price as you would a new bag, which is, crazy to me. So, I love that you really have to be savvy on the pricing and also the quality of the bag and how loved it has been.
I'm very, very picky about things. So I won't pick anything. I won't buy anything that is excessively used. If there's a little scratch here or there, then okay. But if I wouldn't carry it myself, I'm not going to buy it.
Exactly.
I won't buy it. And I one of the reasons that I got into it was to make them a little bit more affordable. Right. I feel like everybody should have luxury.
Absolutely.
Like why not? Everybody should have luxury. And so the better deal I get, I pass that on. And since I'm not buying from other people in terms of consigning them, then I can get better deals. And so I compare my prices to the online shops, and every time I can guarantee you that I'm going to be less expensive. Yes.
Well, what I love about you, though, is this something that you really don't have to do. You have a fabulous job, but it's a passion of yours. It's something that you want to share with others, just like you give so much back to the community. You want everybody to be able to afford a designer bag.
I do.
It might not be the Tom Ford or the Chanel, but it might be something that's a custom bag for them. That makes them feel like $1 million, because to whom much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
So you're giving back, and I think that's an amazing powerhouse woman that, you know, that reflects who you are. And I'm honored to know you because it really is about, you know, who you are as your character. I've
Yes.
never seen you at an event where you weren't happy and smiling and just have this light around you. And so people
thank
want
you,
to
Deborah.
be around people like that. So I'm
Thank you.
excited to be able to have you come on our show and talk about your new adventure and just ride the journey with you. And I know you're going to be super successful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So Charlene, she's living the dream. She's making it happen. And you too can make your dreams happen just like Charlene that's sitting with me beside me on the set tonight.
If you are in the fashion, art, or entertainment industry and would like to be a guest on The Deborah Kennedy Show, just go to deborahkennedyshow.com and you could be a guest just like me.
International Chef Armin is here today in the kitchen with Armin. Mwah! Mwah. He is whipping up something amazing. We are doing our favorites: dessert and cocktails.
And cocktails.
Oh my gosh, what goes better together?
Right.
Except for Armin and Deborah. So what are we doing?
And we're
Tell
just
me.
as fruity as the dishes.
That's right.
The two of us together. So what we're making today is a fresh berry compote, and that's going to be served over ladyfingers with ice cream. And then we're also making a beautiful cocktail, and that is made with some Prosecco, some Chambord, and tell us all about this fabulous juice.
Which I will help you with. Kombucha. It's fermented. It's good for you. It is amazing. We're mixing it with a little alcohol to make it even better.
Exactly.
Ooh, I like it.
So we're going to start here with this because it takes just a minute.
And I'm
We're
going to
gonna-
start with my lady finger.
We're going to add some lemon juice. We're going to also add some sugar for the compote. And this is just going to break down, and we're going to add our fresh berries. Now, a normal compote will take about 10 minutes, so we're not going to use all these berries up on this because we're just going to make a small amount.
Right.
But you want to mix in your berries and get them to break down as much as you can. So we're going to put some raspberries, some blackberries, and some blueberries, and some strawberries. And they're nice and fresh.
We're very fresh.
And we can add a little bit of fresh mint to this when we're done too. So what we want to do is get this to break down just a bit. So we're going to use the little whisk right here,
Okay.
and just kind of mash these things together. And as you can see, some of them are starting to break down already. Got a nice flavor with all the different fruit, a little citrus because we added the lemon
Love it.
juice and we added the sugar. Now we use Truvia. It's a natural sugar, so it's not like you're adding sugar to sweet fruit.
Right.
So it's no sugar added basically because we're just using the natural sugars.
So you just did a little of that to give it a little texture.
Exactly. And now what you want to do is let this completely break down and make a real true compote. You can use it for drinks, desserts, tea, whatever you want to add it to later. But we're making a trifle type dessert with the ice cream, so we're going to go ahead and layer that ice cream in there. And before I finish this, I'm going to add a little bit of rum to this.
Oh, a little more alcohol.
A little more alcohol. It's the end of the night. We can have whatever we want now. So you can see this has a nice flame going underneath it. And you can see how it's breaking down.
Oh, it smells so divine.
It does. It smells really good.
And this is a simple, easy recipe that basically is 4 ingredients, as you are the master
Exactly.
of.
What we try to do is as little ingredients as we can. So we're just going to pinch a few little pieces of fresh mint in here too. It's nice if you have some scissors, you can cut this up in it. But if you don't have a knife with you, just
Just use your fingers.
use your fingers.
I mean, you're a chef. You can do anything.
Right.
Make it look easy.
So now you can smell that fresh mint.
I smell it.
And mint
Oh my
grows
gosh.
year round here in the Carolinas, which is nice. Mint, rosemary, a lot of, aromatic, great seasonings that you can use year round.
And a lot of people grow it in their backyards. Or
Exactly.
on their patios.
And it grows like crazy.
Yes.
It
Oh,
slows
and we're
down.
gonna do a flame?
So we're going to do a little bit of rum and hopefully not catch the place on fire this time. And see if we get a little flame here.
What a little flame. I like flame.
Maybe, maybe not. Might not.
Yeah,
That's all right.
that's okay.
So this has got, now you can smell that rum in it. So you can, and this is a Banana Foster's rum from a local distillery. And then we can just take this. You see how it's breaking down really nice in the center. And if we had longer, we could get this to really break down. But it's going to go on top of your berries and stuff, your fruit. It's going to go right on top of the ice
good,
cream.
Armin.
So we're going to take this. Why don't
Okay.
you hold this for me? We're going to go ahead and pour this over this. So you see, you got some nice rich berries here still. And then we're going to let it continue to simmer while Deborah makes us our little cocktail.
So what I love about you is that you absolutely make everything look so easy. And our viewers, I get the most emails about your segments because you simplify cooking. And this is a gourmet meal that literally has 5 ingredients.
Very simple, easy
Very
to do at
simple.
home. Especially with your guests with you when you're trying to top off the little flame like I did. Here we go. So that's ready to
Yeah.
go. So we're just going to let that
Let me make
sit.
us a cocktail of that.
While
sauce.
Deborah makes us a cocktail,
Let's
we're
do
going
a
to...
little champagne. Who does not love champagne, right?
Right. A little Prosecco or
Prosecco.
champagne, whatever you
Whatever
like.
you have. We just have Prosecco. Okay. What I love is you always master a signature cocktail when you come here. I don't know how you come up with a new and different one every time, but
Well,
you do it so well.
I have to sample it first, you know.
Of course.
So now this is this great juice. It's got great medicinal purposes to it. So you're not just having a cocktail, you're having something healthy at the same
Very
time, right?
healthy. Mixed with the alcohol, why not?
Why not? And
Why
then
not?
Chambord is a nice raspberry liqueur.
I love
So it's just
this.
adding a little bit more fruit flavor to it.
Touch it up.
And then we're going to take the rest of this compote here. Like you can see how it's broken down really nice now. We're going to pour it over this.
Oh.
We're going to shut this off. We're going to add a fresh raspberry to our drink.
Love it.
And we are going to toast to this wonderful dessert and cocktail.
Cheers to
Cheers.
everyone. We're going to top this off and we're going to say how easy this is for our viewers at home. It is 5 simple recipes. Check out the Deborah Kennedy Show on YouTube so you can get the play-by-play ingredients and how to
Ingredients,
cook this.
recipe, all the
And
stuff on
thank
our
you.
Facebook page too.
Thank you for always coming
Oh,
to the
you're
set,
welcome.
being part of our lives forever, and cheers to you.
Cheers.
And cheers to you at home.
If you are in the fashion, art, or entertainment industry and would like to be a guest on the Deborah Kennedy Show, just go to DeborahKennedyShow.com and you could be a guest just like me.
Here on the Deborah Kennedy Show, my favorite guests are strong women. Women that empower other women to do great things. And my special guest tonight is just that woman, Perrine Deshield. I'm so excited and honored to have you on the set tonight.
Thank you. The honor and the pleasure is all mine, Deborah.
You're just way too kind. I have watched your reels and watched your videos
Thank
and
you.
just learned a little bit about you.
Yeah.
And you are just a woman that has your hands in everything. And that
Love it.
sometimes is difficult to do.
Yeah, it can be, right?
It can be because you have to put yourself out there.
Right.
And you have to try new things. Tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about how you got this energy, how you got this determination, and how
Yeah.
you strive to keep it up.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely a night owl. My mother and my 5 other siblings, I'm the youngest of 6. We're literally the Liberian Brady Bunch, I like to say, and I'm Cindy. So I feel like, being the youngest, you kind of absorb like so many things. You absorb, skill sets and talents and knowledge and wisdom like from your siblings. And I mean, of course, from your parents too. But being a night owl, I'm definitely like one of those people that it's like, through the day, I get more energy. I'm just not first thing in the morning without
That's not your vibe.
without my
Right.
things. Yeah. But yeah, I think that what's most important about maintaining not only your energy, but also just like your passion, your, determination is just loving what you do, right? So when you're doing things that you love, that you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like a burden. It doesn't feel heavy. It's something you're excited to do. So it motivates and energizes you,
Yes, I love that. And you have this energy about you. I think it's a
thank you.
secret in life is to be positive.
Yes.
And when you have positive vibes, sometimes
Exactly.
you get back positive vibes. If you think something great's going
Yep.
to happen, it's going to happen. If you think something bad's going to
Exactly.
happen, probably
It's
going to
gonna
happen. It's the
happen.
vibe that you have,
For
the
sure,
energy.
yeah.
So I was impressed with not only one podcast, podcasts, but you have 2 podcasts. You're spokesperson. You're doing all these great things for all these different retailers. You're a fashion guru, a fashionista. So you are.
Yes, look at the queen.
Thank you, darling. Takes one to know one, right? So, but what I love is that you have branded yourself. Like you are a brand.
Yeah.
So how did you do that? Like, how did you take all these little pieces, put them together, and make like you are like a name?
Yeah. Well, thank you. First of all, so I went to broadcast journalism school. So my undergraduate background is in broadcast journalism. I went to UNC Chapel Hill, and the thing that they like drill into you at the J School is that you have to be a brand. You have to know yourself. You have to be able to market yourself. You have to be able to confidently, speak on like your skill sets and all of the things. And so when I learned that, when I was like a sophomore, junior in college, I didn't know. Like I was just like, who am I? You don't know who you are. Right. So it was one of those things that I think I just always kept in the back of my head, like, okay, I have to be able to give an elevator pitch, but I also have to be able to, I think the older you get, you have to be comfortable and content with being maybe, I don't want to say extra because I am extra, but people like they're
own that you're
she's
extra, girl.
you know.
You gotta own
but
it.
in a good way,
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Right.
Well, my kids call me extra, and
I
I'll
love
take it as a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Yeah. We are who we are.
We are who we are. Right. And so why spend your life trying to fit into a specific box? Why not do the things, plural, that really, again, get you up in the morning, that drive you and whatnot. So for me, I know that so many people, when you think of branding, it's like, okay, I am this, right? Mm-hmm. But I think that you can be multiple things, and it's okay to allow yourself to have that extension of those passions, of those things that really move you. So I think that it took some time, I think, to fine tune it, right? Mm-hmm. I've always loved storytelling, so I think of myself as a creative storyteller, but I try to create like adjectives that are like umbrellas, right? So
describing adjectives, like
yes, storyteller, so podcaster. There's that like 50 million things, right? But like under the umbrella. Right. So marketer, that's like social media, but then it's also, digital communications, and so I try to reel it in.
Clearly, you know that I'm going to ask you this question because you threw it out there. Give me your 30-second elevator pitch on who you are.
Okay, on the spot. Okay, so I'm Perrine Deshield. I am a creative storyteller as well as a marketing consultant. I have my own creative agency called Eclex, as well as a podcast or two. And I like to, again, express myself through creativity.
I love it. See, you were ready with it because that told the story of all the things that you do.
Good.
And they're all your passion.
Yeah.
And it was a great little, actually 20-second, which is what you empower people to do.
Yes, exactly.
Right. You have to love what you do, and therefore it's not work.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yes. So what is something that you aspire to do? Like we all do. We have these little boxes that we check.
Yeah.
We did this. We did this. What is next for you?
Yeah, like if you've been in an interview, right, and they're like, what's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? And I think I always was just, I would give like that kind of stuffy answer. And then I was like kind of aloof about it, and I was like, I want to be happy. You know what I mean? What do you want to be in 5 years? I was like, happy. And I still strive for that, and strive for happiness, and just, again, loving what I do in every sense of it. But for me, I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to pour into others. I've been able to do that with my agency. But my father was a professor. He was also a dean in Liberia, our country where we're from. And my mother is an educator as well, an elementary school teacher. So growing up, she taught at the school I went to. So my parents have always engraved education like within us very deeply. And I hope one day to do the same for others. So I hope to teach in higher ed. I hope to be able to pour into students. I hope to, be able to do that and educate and inform people.
What an amazing gift that would be. Because you're so positive and you make people think they can do anything because it's really your energy and, you're so well spoken, but at the same time, You're relatable.
Well,
and I
thank
think
you.
that's huge. Well, it is such an honor to have you here tonight. I
Thank
know we hope you come
you.
back. You're doing
Yes, whenever you want me to.
You're doing amazing things, Perrine, and I'm just
Thank you,
just like I
Deborah.
said, honored to have you on the set. You're such a strong woman. I love what you're
you.
doing, and I love that you want to give back.
Of course.
Thank you. Much love.
I receive it. Thank
Aw.
you.
So Perrine Deshield, she's setting the world on fire. Listen to that name because you're going to hear it often, and she's going to be huge. And she was right here on the Deborah Kennedy set. Hello, fabulous viewers. I am so excited tonight to be back in the game with the segment that I get the most emails about. This is a journey that I have been following, and you have been with me every step of the way. A lot of the emails I get are from my friends, the ladies out there, saying there is a limited pool of guys in the dating world. Girls, I'm going to have to strongly disagree with you because I have found some amazing guys. Guys that have character, guys that are kind, guys that you just want to be with, and guys out there, same with the dating pool for the ladies. There are some amazing ladies out there. Where am I in this journey? Well, I want to say that it has been an absolute journey, and it still continues to be a journey. And you know what they say? They say that when you know, you just know. And so I have found someone that I want to try with. Why did I pick this person? Well, I will have to say that he just had something when I first met him that was an energy, a chemistry, and I just knew. Relationships are hard. Who knows where this relationship is really going to go? And we don't have crystal balls, and we really don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm very excited about the journey. I found someone that I actually want to try with, someone that made me want to get off the dating sites, someone that made me end other relationships because I wanted to be with one person and try to make it work. It's new. Like I said, I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I'm super excited about the journey to see where it's going to go. What's different about him? I've had so many people ask me that. And I would say that he checks most of the boxes. He's kind, respectful, funny to be with, caring, but most of all, he does not try to dull my spark. He wants me to sparkle. He wants me to shine. And he wants me to be myself because that's what he likes most. So that's probably what I'm the most excited about. And the same with him. I really want him to be himself because I like every part of him. Okay, so I will keep you posted on the little butterflies that I get and, you know, just where the journey goes. But right now, I'm going to answer some of your questions because although I'm not a dating expert, I am in this game, this journey, this moment in time with you. So I'm going to ask the first question. Question number 1. When is it too soon to ask about past relationships? How many exes? How many girlfriends? Do you live with anyone? And so Elizabeth T., thank you for that amazing question. In my opinion, it's fair game to ask these questions on your very first date. I would want to know. Are you in a relationship? Are you still married? Are you separated? Those are commonalities that need to be explained on the very first date. I mean, do you really want to invest time in a relationship that's not going to go anywhere? I don't. Who has time for that? So, in answer to your question, Elizabeth T., it's, in my opinion, okay to ask on the very first date. Okay. Question number 2. Why do some men want to text instead of call or meet you? Tiffany B., thank you for that amazing question, Tiffany. I believe it's because they're hiding something. If they have enough time to text you, they certainly have enough time to call you. I mean, perhaps the first week it's okay if they want to do texting only. Not in my book, but maybe that's okay. But if they don't want to meet you in person, they want to continue just texting with you because they're trying to find themselves, or because, they just want to make sure. You're not going to make sure on a text message. So don't waste your time, girlfriend, if he's not going to call you in the first week, and move on to someone that deserves your time. Just saying. And now question number 3. How do you know when to trust someone? Steve R. Steve, that is a great question. I struggle with that myself. I really do. However, if I trust myself, then I have to trust the person that I'm with. My feeling really is that you trust them until they give you a reason not to trust them. A trustworthy person will have self-control to maintain character and follow through on what they say they're going to do. Even when they're tempted, they don't follow through if it's with another person. Trust is really just blind faith, putting yourself out there to believe in the other person. What did they say? It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Kind of the same thing with trust. Do you want to never love at all? Or do you want to throw it all out there, take a gamble, and see what happens? I believe that trust is the building block for any relationship that you're going to have. You have to trust each other. That was a great question. So I just want to say in closing, I love that you share your lives with me. I love your emails. I love your support. I know I've had so many people out there that are cheering me on, that are just kind of living through me, knowing that you can do this. It's been a very hard journey, and I'm sure it's going to be a hard journey for the next, I don't know how many years. However, it's a journey that opens your horizons. It's a journey that opens your opinions. It's a journey that opens your heart. Because I'm not sure about you, but I'm at an age where I want to share my life with someone that I enjoy, someone that I want to spend time with, and someone that I want to build a future with. So keep those emails coming, keep those IMs coming, keep those Facebook messages coming, and I will be sharing with you my journey really soon.
To view this entire episode or to view other past episodes, please visit our podcast site at DeborahKennedyShow.com.
Well, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching The Deborah Kennedy Show.
We've got